right, we're here. Hello and welcome to the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. Failure to tab over to the right scene, but we're here, we're live. It's, of course, Wednesday, August 25th, 2021. Welcome, one and all. We do have an exciting hour ahead of us. Talk all things crypto and price action, guys. Welcome, of course, to the show. It's your host coming to you live. Back as always. To their esteemed analyst here at CD. Got Alex and Jason. Afternoon. How you boys doing?
I'm good.
Jason, how about you?
Fantastic.
Right.
I'm just confused. Have either of you ever seen this C98 bubble before?
I haven't actually. I just noticed that today.
This?
I have no idea. What is C98? Anybody in the live chat know what C98 is? Let me know before I go Googling for C98. And how is it that the C98 thing makes bubbles, but a bunch of other quality projects just somehow don't list the bubbles? I don't know. This one's weird. 98. What a weird one. I'm going to have to look at this. But yeah, with that said, guys, let's get right into it, man. We have a good 1 hour plus ahead of you. Of course, this is Wednesday, making it the community mentorship session day here at Cracking Cryptocurrency, which today's show's likely gonna go hour and a half or maybe even just a bit less today, guys. We'll see how we make out on time. Bitcoin, of course, staging a bit of a recovery in the last couple hours. We have let's see here, yeah, in the last couple hourly candles, I just flipped my chart hourly. You can see, we had like a nice move off the bottom. We wicked yeah, almost a 3% move off the bottom. Is this recovery? Is next big phase of this, or are we still being a bit bearish? First, I think we momentum here on the daily. Seems like yeah. Let's take a look. Actually, flip over to yeah. Bitcoin seems into the bounce, and of course, reprieve in the alts is present. So we're gonna get into all that today, guys. We'll see what our analysts make of this latest price action, but something tells me they're still leaning more or less the same direction, the bias they were presenting on yesterday's show. So hope everybody enjoyed that TA. We're gonna follow up a bit on that today. Of course, we're also gonna check out the news, opening up that D live chest in about an hour. And yeah, shouting out the audience and all that. You know the usual rundown, guys. Let's go ahead and get right into it. We have the news for you first. Let's get into. Let me just my browser. All right, I'm not really going to cover this story, but indeed, Bitcoin seeming sudden recovery, nice 2.5% move, and yeah, funding rates have flipped positive across. Yes, yeah, the bulls are paying a premium to go long right now. Indication that we are indeed, the bulls are indeed confident in this move continuing. Well, indicate that, but it is not the be-all end-all. Let's go ahead and get to the next story here. We got Binance. Yes, fresh Binance news. Time is not so negative. Let's have a look. On the surface, this is all right, but got to dig in a little deeper. In this case, titled 2 months later, the UK Financial Conduct Authority settles its regulatory issue with Binance. Another Binance fiasco put to rest? Say it ain't so. Have a look. 2 months after going against Binance, the UK's Financial Conduct Authority has issued an update indicating it's cleared Popular Exchange. KFCA has settled all of its issues with the world's largest crypto exchange, Binance. The regulator published an update on August 25th to clear the company's name 2 months after imposing restrictions on some of its operations. Of course, back in June, FCA issued a warning shot against the exchange, saying that the Binance Markets Limited is not permitted to undertake any regulated activity in the UK. The watchdog further asserted that the cryptocurrency trading platform was unable to undertake any regulated activities without the prior written consent of the FCA, and shortly after, Binance responded by indicating that Binance Limited was not the entity offering derivative products in the UK. The exchange also said that nothing had changed for users, and Watchdog's notices had not directly impacted their services. All this happened amid growing regulatory scrutiny from global watchdogs against the cryptocurrency exchange. Now,
someone says that you are cutting out a lot.
I am again. What is going on with my mic lately?
I mean, you sound fine to me.
It could be my sorry about that, guys. It could be my OBS filters. Maybe the gate is lower
He
this.
says it's better now. I don't know.
I just pulled the mic a hair closer to myself, and it's possible that it was just my gate being just a little too tight, guys. I loosened things up. I'm holding the mic close. Thank you so much. I apologize, of course, for any inconvenience there. But let's go ahead and continue with this little Binance story here. Now the situation has apparently changed. The FCA is issuing an update today informing the problem has been handled. Very brief statement reads, the firm complied with all aspects of the requirements, reads the updated post. CZ, of course, was quick to outline the development on Twitter, saying, positive progress, one small step at a time. It's worth noting the company undertook numerous steps to enhance its compliance efforts in the past few months. This included hiring new personnel and rolling out mandatory KYC requirements. All right, so apparently maybe a bit of a pass from the UK. Let's go ahead and do this next piece here, because there's a little follow-up here from the Block Crypto. They do take a good dive into these matters. Let's have a look. FCA notices Binance is not capable of being supervised. Seems when you look a little deeper into the report, maybe there's still some very unsettling points here to be made. A supervisory notice has recently come to light indicating UK's financial regulator thinks crypto exchange Binance is not capable of being effectively supervised by the agency. Financial Times first reported on the FCA's memo. The supervisory notice is dated the 25th of June of this year. Okay, so this isn't quite breaking, but someone did pull this little advisory notice. I'm surprised that they put all of this to bed, despite the fact that clearly the FCA has some apprehensions about the Binance being able to conduct, I guess as they call it here, not capable of effective supervised activity. Notice details some of the actions Binance took in recent weeks, including posting a notice for users indicating it's not permitted to serve UK clients. Well, how about that? At least they're watching super closely all the updates going on at Binance. However, Binance would have to cease all activity in the jurisdiction, mostly because the FCA doesn't seem to be able to keep the necessary watchful eye. Based upon the engagement to date, FCA considers the firm not capable of being effectively supervised. This is of particular concern in the context of the firm's membership to a global group which offers complex, high-risk financial products posing significant risk to consumers, said the notice. All right, you guys get the idea. The regulators obviously cannot keep a tight bead on what goes on over at Binance Limited. Clearly, they have a whole network of different services and investment vehicles that retail can get access to, and of course the regulators don't have much control or oversight over it. I guess that's the.
They're like, we can't figure out how to regulate it, so you can't do it.
Indeed, but still somehow they're putting this to bed. I mean, I'm guessing they still don't exactly get the okay to operate or to continue operating in UK, but nonetheless, apparently somewhat quashed their beef with the FCA. So let's go ahead and continue. We've got some more UK-centric news right now. PayPal to facilitate UK customers with crypto trading feature. Man, PayPal really throwing down, right? Maybe this is the reason we're seeing Binance getting displaced. Maybe the powers that be, the existing stakeholders in PayPal, so forth. Maybe we can't have too much competition for the existing oligarchs of fintech, shall we? But let's look at this item here real quick. PayPal users with accredited identities will start accessing crypto trading soon. However, crypto transactions for its business account are not quite yet supported. Starting from this week, UK residents will have initial access to buying, holding, and selling cryptos via PayPal. This development will make a remarkable milestone for a firm that started providing digital asset services within 1 year. PayPal is an American multinational, blah, blah, blah. You guys get the idea. Yeah, this is fantastic, guys. More ways for retail, particularly in a wealthy first world country like England, the UK, to onboard their fiat into the crypto black hole, the crypto gateway of fiat just being dumped by the bucket full into coins. PayPal throwing down. I guess there's so much juicy money to be made, so much gravy on top of facilitating these transactions, these buys and sells, that how could you keep PayPal away from it? So a decent development, guys. Price, this is the kind of thing you want to hear if you're thinking about price going up. All right, let's keep going, guys. Keeping the news brief and to the point as always. If you do want to dive a little deeper into these stories I am covering on the news, I'm going to leave all the links in the description below on the YouTube. In the meantime, let's go into this next piece. This was posted by Alex in Newspulse Premiums from Politico. Crypto lobbyists handed setback as House blocks tax rule changes. The House Rule Committee agreed to a process that would prohibit any amendments from being considered for the infrastructure bill. House Democrats on Tuesday blocked attempts to scale back digital currency tax rules tucked into Joe Biden's infrastructure plan in a new setback for the crypto industry advocates fighting the proposal. The House Rule Committee, which drafts the terms of debate for bills headed to the floor, agreed to a process that would prohibit any amendments from being considered for the infrastructure bill. The full House voted 220 to 212 to lock in the procedure through a resolution approved Tuesday afternoon. The plan sets up a floor vote on the infrastructure package September 27th. The House closed the door to infrastructure bill changes despite calls from Democrats and Republicans to pare back the crypto tax proposal that the Senate passed as part of legislation earlier this month.
They told you they weren't going to change shit.
And you're totally right. They are not at all interested in changing a goddamn thing about it. Man, this could be troublesome. Could be wavy for our little ship here. But well, we'll see what comes of it, guys. It's an issue. At issue is the fight. In the fight is a proposal that requirements would force crypto exchanges and other firms to report transaction information to the Internal Revenue Service. Similar rules in place for stockbrokers. As drafted, industry lobbyists and sympathetic lawmakers say the plan threatens technological innovation and viability of a growing sector of the U.S. economy. Indeed, guys, there's a lot of implications for this. If they, is this really the first shot across the bow, first major shot across the bow from the ruling class against crypto and Bitcoin? It's that, or not necessarily a bad thing, guys. I don't want to say this is peak FUD. Maybe this is the first stage in maybe limiting retail access, making this yet another plaything, another investment vehicle, another financial toy of the uber wealthy, of the ruling kind of elite class, right? It seems
You know what will be totally okay? Bitcoin.
Yay.
This news is good for Bitcoin at the expense of all the alts.
Certainly. Let's see. Do I have anything else to cover? We do have to kind of be brief and to the point today, guys. We do have a mentorship session to get to after the show. All right. Very briefly here, Being Crypto mentions this Formula One announcement. It's going to be Crypto.com is going to get a bit of a spot here. The sponsored award. Formula One announcing a new award in collaboration with its Crypto.com partner. The award will be given to the driver who accumulates the most overtakes in a season. Crypto.com recently signed a deal to become the new global partner for Formula One. Man, Crypto.com really on the come up, guys. I don't know if there's any Formula One fans here, but yeah, I do like Formula One, much like I like UFC, and it's very cool to see. Go figure. I'm also a card holder, so not to shill this too hard, but I do like the platform, and with a name like Crypto.com, whether or not you're into the platform or not, it certainly does help bring awareness to the space, right? Crypto.com is probably as good of a brand as Coinbase, I guess, in the way is, or Bitcoin.
Didn't FTX buy another field too?
They did, yeah. I heard something about that yesterday. I guess I could briefly Google that. Let's just
It's on the topic.
Yeah, it is somewhat on the topic. I'm kind of curious as well. I did read that yesterday. Let's have a look here. Buys naming stadiums to Cal Memorial Stadium. Cal Memorial Stadium. FTX purchased the naming rights to Cal Memorial Stadium in its second major sports branding venture after buying the naming rights to the Miami Heat Arena in March. This is pretty impressive, but crypto derivatives exchange FTX purchased the University of California's Cal. Okay, I was wondering where this was. Cal Memorial Stadium, with the view of introducing its own branding. Indeed, yeah, FTX. This is, again, what better way to break into the collective consciousness of all the normies out there than through, American football, sports ball, gentlemen. This is the way. This is the way you market to the masses. It certainly might work. Best of luck to FTX with that one. And yes, in this case, like I said, Formula One, the Overtake Award, the driver with the most overtakes of the season, going to get Crypto.com's sponsored Overtake Award. Kind of cool.
And the more FTX moves into the sports fan market, the more they're going to be able to push fan tokens, NFTs, and other types of,
So true.
Yeah,
made
that's
out of nothing
gonna go
crypto
nuts.
that the people will buy. Sell those JPEGs for a lot of money.
Yep, exactly. Yep, it's certainly a huge market to be tapped. Is of course the sports ball aficionados out there. All right, let's have a look here. One last item I have to mention, and it's going to be we ChartX.pro. We're not to shill this too shamelessly, but we're big fans of ChartX.pro here. It's a
Yeah,
great.
you guys know that I use ChartX every day on the show. It's the best shitcoin charting platform there is right now. But with the understanding that really there's PooCoin, there's Dex Tools, and there's ChartX, and there's like one or two others. And ChartX is really the only one that is relatively full featured. I like it. What can I say? I like the product. I use it every day. It's sort of one of those things where it's like, as a trader, to me, it's obvious that the product is quality enough to, support users.
You're absolutely right. And in this case, a little announcement coming from the Avalanche team, AVEX. AVEX hodlers will get a complimentary ChartX trial starting today. All right, fantastic. ChartX, indeed, breaking into other chains, other so many chains, so many coins to chart across so many ecosystems. It's nice that ChartX tying up with Avalanche today. Again, it's kind of a shameless shill, but it is a quality tool.
They also have a partnership with Polygon, if you guys will remember.
That's right. That was the last one. So this is another one in the series of solid tie-ups. Guys, don't sleep on ChartX. It's a very useful tool. We are, of course, a trading-oriented channel here. We wouldn't lead you astray on this one. Do check them out. It is, of course, free, I think, with some of the basic functionality. All right, enough of that, guys. Let's go ahead and get into the bubbles. What's the alt space looking like today? Well, yes, there's the C98 token. Has the live chat done any research on this yet? Have we ascertained? That's fine. I guess I don't blame you guys. C98 coin is, of course, one of the top gainers of today. It's up 35%. Coin 98. Let's have a look here. Top trading pair on Binance. Okay, it's a Binance token. I guess I'll do a little digging a little later in the show while I have a few free minutes to myself. But in the meantime, Cake's up 10%. MDX, haven't seen MDEX up here in a while. 15% gains over there. Tezos waking up. The sleeping giant Tezos having a nice day today. 15% gains on XTZ. A couple other single-digit gainers today. Not too many losers in the alt space. SafeMoon, the FTX token, FTT.
I have a SafeMoon long on my personal account. It's a small one.
Oh, small long.
There were so many angry and upset retail posts that I saw on Facebook that I went and checked out the chart, and it was actually it looked like it was bottoming, so I ended up buying. I had to hold through a little bit of drawdown, but.
Yeah, I remember we mentioned that maybe a few days or a few weeks ago on the show, right? When it's like peak.
We're back above my entry now.
Yep.
I'm telling you, whenever retail is like, oh, this is so awful, I quit. This is so, oh man, I just eat that shit up. That's time to buy. That's buying time, my friends.
Yep, when peak frustration kicks in, indeed, that's when you should be swooping in to snatch up those deals. Glad to hear the SafeMoon trade is going well. Yep, Decentraland, Tel, BNB, all up about 5% today. It's a decent day, but a bit of a mixed bag nonetheless. Let's go ahead and get into the live chat. Let's see who's kicking it with us this Tuesday afternoon. The legendary Cracking Cryptocurrency audience. Guys, really couldn't do it without you. This is why I certainly enjoy shouting out all our regulars on the regular. Daniel is first in the live chat today. Shoutouts to you. Says, hi guys. Can you look at CIS? Yeah, I will add that to the request line. Thank you, Daniel. Ron Legato's with us today as well. Alex1233 says, let's go. Shoutouts to you. Sean Sporter, or is it Sean Sporter? Sean Sporter on D-Live says, morning. Shoutouts to you, Mr. Sean. Thank you for the dancing sticker. Alex1233, what the WTF is C98? Pumping, makes me wonder. Indeed, I'm wondering what it is too. I will take a little further look. Let's see here. Nick K's with us again. It's nice to see. We're converting new users into regulars just like that. Nick K writes, hey, let's go. Bill, oh, I think you meant to write bull trap. Bull trap, or are we recovering already? Yes, this is the big question, I'm sure, on the top of everyone's minds. Going to get into the TA and attempt to answer at least a little bit. Franklin MC writes, good morning. Shoutouts to you, and very good morning to Franklin. David Rice, good afternoon. Was it all just a dream? I'm not sure what you were dreaming, but yes, it's reality. It's time to wake up. Got trades to make, boys. Sean Porter again. It might still be a dream, bro. Blast off, boys. Yes, let's hope this is the beginning of the great blast off. Let's see here. Someone's super bullish on man on the right. Dave Rice says no shadow ban today. No, we've shaken that weird shadow ban we had last week. That was a weird one. Was it 2 weeks ago? Either way.
Not anymore. Every week.
Yeah, it's pretty nonstop.
We are. I feel like we're throttled, but we generally are not shadow banned recently. Like, we still do show up in. Wait a minute. We're not. We are shadow banned. Okay. Well, correction. We're shadow banned.
Oh wait, we are shadow banned after all.
Yeah, we actually. we haven't been shadow banned in a few days. I go look at it now. As far as I can tell, I'm gonna have to look a little closer. But yeah, we're shadow banned right now. All right. Well, thanks you guys. I mean, maybe dear users of live chat, you can tell me: are we showing up at the top of your feeds? Are we showing up on your YouTube homepage when we're live? At the moment, I just checked mine. We're not. Thank you, YouTube. Let's have a look here. Polly B, hey folks, shoutouts to you. Let's see here. C98, is it related to C3PO? Not quite. I mean, there are definitely certain models apart. Nick K, Jack, you're cutting out. I'm going to fix that. The Money Talks. Well, I guess then I need to shut up. The Abra live show. No YouTube at all. No. Sus. Someone's saying YouTube's working great. Other people saying YouTube's sus. Okay.
So sus.
Alright, it's very sus. Crypto Cats is with us. Hey everyone, B-Flow's with us. And Franklin MC is with us. I already mentioned him as well. ETH1 joins us. Shoutouts to ETH1. He says, hello. Can we look at this? Yeah, we will, certainly. Philly Carr, as always. Philly, it's nice to see you regularly joining us in the show. Evening, fellas, requesting cotton. Yeah. Alex, do make a note. Maybe take a quick gander at cotton in your commodities outlook. Crypto AF 2017. Hey guys, hope all is well. I see your request. Hang tight. Mac W, I see your request as well. Shoutouts to Mac W. Polly B, I see your request. Any word. David Rice, Sean Porter, once again. Those UFC NFTs from Panini America are cool, but I want Top Shot style. Panini America is giving away UFC NFTs? This is news to me.
Panini America.
Well, what is Panini America anyway? I'm assuming it's a sandwich shop?
It's the best sandwich.
Really? Get out of here.
I don't know. I have no idea what it is.
Okay, well, it's because you live in some.
Don't you say it?
You don't
say
live.
It, Podunk.
Don't you say it?
You don't live in the city center. You don't have access to the fine arts and culture that Paninis and Chipotle's offer in the big city centers of America. But maybe one day, Jason. Philly Carr, shout out to Lewis Hamilton, a real F1 legend. Yes, Lewis Hamilton, indeed, a true legend. Mac WCZ, bye-bye. Yes, bye-bye to CZ. Prophet Bear, what's up, CC fam? GBU Professor Wally joins us as well. Shoutouts to Mr. Wally, one of our longest-term supporters. Thank you so much, Mr. Wally, for being here again. Let's see here. It's a DeFi bridge, blah, blah, blah. Can we look at these? Yes, guys. Ooh, got a $20 super chat. Speak of the devil, Mr. Wally, shout out to the CC crew. Thank you so much, Mr. Wally. $20 super chat. The ever so generous Mr. Wally. Did I already say you're the, one of our top supporters? I certainly did. Panini America is a traditional card collecting company who are minting digital versions. Did I read this wrong? Panini? Dude, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I thought this was a sandwich company.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I really couldn't understand why they're affiliated with UFC NFTs, but now it all makes sense. Has nothing to do with sandwiches, and I'm just that much hungrier. What a loss. All right, guys, thank you so much for your comments, but we got to get into the live scene right here, right now. The TA starts now. Alex, if you don't mind going live, gonna fire up that stream. 0.98, huh? All right, watching stream. All right, man, your connection is, I can always tell by the clarity of your stream, Alex, that your stream today, that your internet connection is on point. Great work getting the internet up and running at your new crib. But in the meantime, I got you on screen looking at the BTC weekly chart on BitMEX. I'm going to dive into the live chat, guys, start extracting your requests for the next segment. In the meantime, do enjoy what comes next. I'll be back.
Okay. Well, as you guys can see, we made it through this this low volume node here between 40K and 45K. And we're just kind of hanging out at resistance right now. We can see we have weekly support resistance here. Or here we're getting resistance. These are areas we've had marked out on various other charts. Where is it? It's the Bybit chart. Bybit had this area, yeah. On Bybit, the volume was kind of clearest up here. If we go back in time, you can see we've been eyeing this volume up here for a while. And, you know, damned if we didn't end up right back up there and finding resistance in this very spot. Watch here. And then all this volume has slowly been filled in here. So we'll see. I'm honestly, I would be surprised if we just pumped fast 50K and kept going. I'm expecting a pretty hefty pullback here. At least to retest 40K, but I'm really expecting 35K, which is sort of this area. And you can see it marked out here on CME. This volume right here. Support, 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 resistance. Let's test this area one more time. And we do have a CME gap to fill below us right down here. We did gap from 32 to 35. So I think there's a lot to recommend this area to us to be targeting here.
What I'm looking for.
Yep, we could do more sideways here. As you can see, I've also marked out. We could also, you know, try and peg the point of control up in this area one more time. And I'm not ready to short yet, but it doesn't look good. I'm certainly wouldn't be long here either. We're in the no trade zone currently, in the Keltner channel around the moving average. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Well, you guys know we've been targeting this area for a while, right? We were targeting this area all the way back in May. Well, we didn't get it right away, but we did eventually get this area as retested resistance. We're now on the other side of the trend. I would take this as a continuation short signal, honestly. We never really did get above our moving average here. Maybe we'll put on a continuation short for Ethereum later today. I don't know. Maybe it's still too soon, but things are starting to look rough. Let's take a look at the overall crypto market here. Just sideways on Bitcoin dominance. We could still go either way, honestly. We do have a break of trend here on Uniswap Perp right after we touch the local point of control. We come all the way back up, touch the point of control. Suddenly we slip below the trend. It's not a great look. We're not below the moving average yet. We could still bounce, I suppose. But just like with Bitcoin, I think I'm looking for a pullback here. Dragon perp, nice buyback, sure, but does it make up for what we lost yesterday? Same for DeFi perp. Same for privacy perp. We're just kind of still at resistance. Exchange perp, maybe we could argue that this is turning resistance into support right now. Not ready to short it, but I just, I don't like this spot for longing either. SHIB perp, right at resistance. Today's a buyback, does not make up for yesterday's tumble. There we go. Broken trend, as you can see, just slipping below the daily baseline here, hull 60. This is not a short yet. We don't have enough volatility. Our volatility isn't rising. And we're also not below zero on our oscillator. But things don't look fantastic. The volume here that I'm most interested in now is down here. Let me get rid of this. Let's move it down here. I like this area. See? This little bulge on the VPVR right here. See? Just filling bags right here. Boom, 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 boom. Up here, resistance, support again. I kind of like this area for a retest. All perp hanging out at resistance. If it kept going, I would be very surprised but gratified. What were we saying about the monthly? This could be, yeah, this could be a strong monthly. It's not a cross up yet. We just need more. We need more for alt perp, mid perp. It's actually not a great look. This looks like we're kind of dumping volume here. I still think it could make sense to look for one more big dump in the market. Oops. What's the dollar doing? Markets are up. The dollar must be down today, right? Dollar's up, but dollar basically sideways today. Maybe we really are going to reject from this area. No. It's an interesting monthly candle. If we can close below 93.325 dollar units or whatever you want to call them, then this could be an interesting, we got too many lines here for a monthly. Support, resistance. Could be kind of interesting. We'll put the weekly back on. So maybe we... No. I think this spot is just fine. Support, resistance. Okay. I guess 93. We really need to close this month over 93. I guess that's really. I think that's what makes sense here. Let's see if we can do it. If the dollar closes up this, as you guys know, it's going to be really rough for the markets. I'm not going to do a super full entire market overview because I saw there's a lot of chart requests
There
today.
certainly is. Thank you being conscientious.
Yeah, so I will look at them just a little bit because I mean it matters. However, Dow Jones. Still kind of hanging out at resistance. We're not ready to throw away this idea yet that this is a distribution pattern. But if Dow Jones makes one more new all-time high, that's it. Drop all bearishness. Just drop it. You'd have to. So 356.6. We close above there. All in. NASDAQ, interestingly, starting to get a pullback right when things you would imagine are most bullish, right? We did get stopped out of our hypothetical short here. But I'm not prepared to, I'm not prepared necessarily to long the hell out of the NASDAQ yet. We still haven't recovered any of our broken trends. S&P is always somewhere in the middle. This is showing strength, actually. It's at this point you'd have to be bullish on the S&P. I just don't see anything bearish to point to. I mean, except for the fact that we're so fucking overextended. But hey, what's that old saw? Markets can remain irrational longer than you can remain solvent.
Indubitably.
Ain't that the truth?
Yep. So if we close this week like this, if with this strong a candle, if the Dow Jones can make a new high, and if the Nasdaq regains any momentum, even just a little bit, it's kind of then I think at that point the dollar would be pulling back, and we would just have like clear blue skies for maybe the rest of the year. Because if the dollar pulls back, that's going to be like a couple month long process. I mean, we didn't get to resistance all in one day, and if we rejected from it, it wouldn't happen all in one day either. I mean, if we could look back at this, because really, you know, what's going on with the American economy is what's going to affect the rest of the world right here. I gotta say, there is a chance that we could pull back from this resistance right here. We do have a bearish divergence on the 3-day. It just closed yesterday. Yep, it's confirmed. Right, I deleted all my fancy boxes and everything. Oh my god. Oh well, I'll accumulate more boxes and stuff eventually.
Just
Okay.
a box.
Yeah. And then, okay. That's good for right now. We don't need to do all the commodities and everything like that. I just did like a full market review yesterday. If there's anything big going on in the markets, you guys can let me know. All right, let's do chart requests. Come on.
All right, guys. Alex in a impeccable mood today. Going to be getting into your requests early. Let's do it. Thank you very much. I was going to say something because indeed we do have a generous amount of requests for today. Let's go right into it. Let me get the first request up on the screen, and now, guys, here we go. All right. All right. Now I finally have it, and here we go. First request comes in from Daniel. He wants to look at SYS Bitcoin. SYS. That's SYS.
All right. Let's see what these sissies are doing. I think things look pretty. I think things look pretty bullish here. This is an area I would be looking at for support and resistance right now. Damn it. Oh. More like this area here. Okay, this makes sense. So, see, we have support here, resistance, 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 support, support. We break down below it. We kind of fake out back above, and then we really do break it here. So if we move this over, yeah, we're right at resistance right now. I'm not ready to enter this right this second, but in my eyes, we haven't broken the uptrend yet. We're still above the daily baseline. I would say if we can close above 550 sats, I'd be interested in that, in taking it on that candle. Just set your stop on the other side of this low right here. See if you can take it through a break of resistance, maybe all the way up towards 780, 800 sats. But I mean, I don't have a signal to take today on this. I think I would wait for more confirmation, because we could just put some volume here into this resistance level, dump back down, retest this trend, and then move up. We don't have to move up even this week or next week. So I would approach it with some caution. But if you get the signal, then yeah, I think you could do it. What's next?
All right, great look at a Syscoin Bitcoin pairing. Thank you very much to Daniel for that request. Go ahead and get into the next one. It comes from Sean Porter over on DLive. He says, Mana boy, super bullish. Yes, Mana, one of the top performers of the day. Let's take a look at what's going on with Mana.
It is a top performer today, but it is kind of just back at resistance for us, isn't it?
Yep.
It could keep going. There is, I mean, I guess you could call that a continuation signal. It's a little much for me. I probably wouldn't take this signal. On the other hand, I could totally see taking Mana up to like $1, $1.10 or so. I mean, we're right in the middle of this. Here, I'll move this, but right in the middle of this entire trading range. You see all the volume in this area. It really, I think price is going to want to go through and meet these resistance levels right here at $1, and this $1.10 resistance level. See resistance, support, support, support. Okay, so I guess, I don't see a reason to, if you're long, to dump it here or anything. But I'm not super happy with this continuation signal. And we could pull back just a little bit more here before we do ultimately bounce. I don't know.
All right, well, that sounds like that concludes your thoughts on Decentraland.
The more I look at it, the more I think I would rather be long here than anything. But I think I would rather be flat than anything. But if I held a gun in my head, I would rather be long. Okay. What's next?
All right, that concludes your thoughts on Mana. We have FIBO or FIBO next. FIBO, the FIBO token for ETH1.
Okay, so it's a Uniswap shitcoin. Let's take a look at that. Man, there's so many people using ChartX today. ChartX can't keep up. Let's try the dashboard. Okay.
Yeah, this is a little more. You know what? This is a pancake swap token to be more specific.
You know, I don't dislike it. This is not a bad place to be a buyer. So here, look on the 4-hour. We see resistance, resistance, support, support from here, and hold on. Sorry, I wish this was full screen, but we don't need full screen to do TA. Damn it. We just need our hearts and our minds.
This isn't England for nothing.
Yeah. Oh, this is linear. So if we have it on log, arguably, you know, maybe we've broken the trend here. We do have this broken downtrend at the very least. I'd say there's at least a scalp on the table here. This is a nice low risk entry. I would be looking to buy this spot, and then if we made any new low, I'd be out. That's it. You know, oh, I was wrong. We're not bouncing here after all. No questions asked. Just you know, fucking dump it. But it's not a bad place to look for the bounce, right? We've got resistance, resistance. We come back down, we retest it on volume. Maybe we could hold it. Maybe. But also look how much we've pumped off the lows here, right? So how much are we up off the lows? Ooh. So I usually like to buy things before they pump 10,000%, not after they pump 10,000%. That's just me. But you may find that you're just, you know, kind of better off finding something that doesn't have a high likelihood of other people dumping on your head, you know?
Always good to be avoided.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'll leave on. It could make sense to take it on this lower time frame, and if you make a new low, just get out. But you know, I don't really know exactly where you would want to target right here. I suppose I would try and see if I could get a break of this overall downtrend, and if that broke, I'd be really looking to take that long. It could keep going. Maybe it'll pump 20,000%. I don't know. But yeah, just show some caution. What's next?
All right. Well, as the old saying goes, BSC tokens are like an elephant. Cost a fortune. Sooner or later, shit's on your head. All right. Let's go into the next request. We have Adam. Adam. Oh, yeah. I moved Mr. Wally up. Mr. Wally just came through with the request. Mr. Wally, you did drop a $20 super chat. I am going to move your request up to right now. He asks...
Yes, audience, we are bribable.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You grease the right palms around here, you get your requests moved up the ladder. In this case, it's Cosmos Adam on Coinbase Pro. He says he already longed it at $18.98. What next?
Okay, I hear you. So we were looking for a return to this area. I remember we looked at Adam last week, and we wanted at least a retest of previous support resistance. So you longed it here. Now what? I'd say you could be in for a little bit more downside still. We haven't broken the downtrend yet. We haven't fully retested this support level. We could it's like Russian nesting dolls. Jeez. We could end up, you know, moving even lower to 1750, but I think I would expect that area to hold. And at that point, I would be looking for a retest of $27, $28. So back towards this resistance level. So yeah, these are really the two areas that I would be eyeing. Kind of interesting volume here on VPVR. Okay, so yeah, I don't know that we're gonna pull back more. Maybe 1889 is just fine. I will say I kind of like the looks of this lower time frame. These wicks here down. But I think we could still have some more dip in us here, especially if the rest of the market dips, which we were eyeing earlier on Bitcoin and Ethereum, if you recall. We had a very nice up month. What's next?
All right. Well, there is your look at Adam for GP Wally. Thank you so much again for that $20 super chat, Mr. Wally. In the meantime, let's go ahead and look at the next request. I did make a log of Philly's request. Philly did, of course, write, "Evening, fellas. May I request a COTTEN chart? Looks to be close to the June 2018 high. I would love Alex's take." Yeah, I don't think... Did you look at COTTEN already? If not, maybe we can certainly look at this high from 2018.
I must be looking at the wrong thing because we are far above the 2018 highs. Let me see if there's something else.
Maybe think about the chart pattern.
No 2018 there. Okay, maybe this chart. I do think this is going to keep going. Well, daily chart is not very helpful there. Yeah, I see strength here. We're over this resistance level. I'll look at the other cotton futures too for you, just in case like that's not the one you're looking for, but at this time, I'm not inclined to look for any upside here on the daily. I think we can still move down here. Okay. If we do break the daily downtrend on this, then I'd be interested in taking it long, especially because we've been making new all-time highs here on the 29 futures at least. Can you check? Is Philly happy with the contracts we've looked at, or what? Still here?
I will review the live chat.
Oh
in
no,
just a
we
second.
just said thanks for taking a look, Alex.
Okay, I guess I did look at the right contract. All right, yeah. On the first cotton futures we looked at, Chef's Kiss looks fantastic. On the 29 futures right here, it looks a little overextended and it could pull back more. But overall, I'm inclined to be bullish on it just because it's been making new highs. That's always a good reason to be bullish. Okay, what's next?
All right, well, there was a look at Con for Philly Car. Thank you again, Philly, for that one. Big shout-outs to Mr. Ether. He just came through with a $20 super chat. Mr. Ether, you don't have to. Thank you so much. But he says, tell me something I want to hear. Anybody want to take a stab at this one?
UBT?
He either wants Axie Infinity to be doing well or Hex.
UBT.
All right. Well, I have UBT next on the request line, but again, Mr. Ether, do you want us to just pick one out of the hat for you? We'll let Mr. Ether respond. In the meantime, let's get into the next request. Mr. Ether, thank you for the $20. Let me know. I will we'll entertain any request you may like. If not, we'll pick one for you. In the meantime, here's one from Crypto AF 2017. Hey guys, hope you're well. What are your thoughts on UBT Unibright? Will the price continue to rise? All right.
Oh, well, hey, Crypto AF, long time no see. Let's take a look. Damn, look at ChartX go.
Boom, boom, boom.
Hold on, I apparently need to...
Go ChartX, go. I'm only underwater by like 90%. Keep going.
Not anymore, you're not. I think you're like 50% underwater now.
I'm never gonna financially recover from this.
Yeah. I literally told you not to buy that day, if you recall.
You sure about that? You told me to go all in.
Get out of here. Fuck out of here.
You get out of here.
Okay, this is not doing the thing. Alright, I want... but I want the USD version. Alright.
Thank you, Avalanche users coming to destroy or break Jardex today.
Yeah, it looks strong enough to keep going. I don't see any weakness here. Let's keep holding on, man. We've got our parabolic trend all the way back here, so I wouldn't get out unless this trend broke, right? Because we could like pull back and trade sideways and go off again. I keep my eyes on the parabolic trend and kind of let that be my guide. That's probably the best way to handle this because we could. This looks like it's getting more parabolic, right? We see what just happened? Ah. And maybe CharX really is getting hugged to death today. Let me try hard refresh on the page. Okay, maybe that worked. Yeah, anyway, UBT looks pretty good. I think I might add UBT to my watch list. All right, what's next?
All right. Well, there's your look at UBT for Crypto AF in the Twitch chat. The prognosis is in play on player. All right. Let's have a look. Next request, BNB. BNB for MacW. He says, BNB chart, sirs. Yes, sir. BNB's next. Oh my god, what is BNB doing?
Curling on up.
Why did I throw my BNB overboard at 350 bucks?
It'll be fine.
Well, right now this is hanging out at resistance. I do see a continuation long signal here. You know, if we close a new high, I might be willing to take that continuation long signal up towards like maybe a retest of the highs right here. I mean, this entire trading range is back on the table if we're able to pierce this, right? So this is support, resistance, and today maybe we are breaking it. What's BNB Bitcoin doing? Well, we do have this break we're following through on. I think ultimately BNB could work out in this spot. I just make sure that my entry made sense. Okay, you don't want to end up underwater buying the top, and then we retest the lows or something before moving up. What's next?
All right. Big shout out to MacW. There is your BNB request in the bag. We are like 7 minutes to go for the D Live chest opening. D Livians, get your lemons in while you can. Here we go. Next request is from Polly B, requesting AAVE. Bit worried about my short, writes Polly B. All right. Well, let's take a look at AAVE. Should anybody shorting it be worried? Let's go look.
No, looks okay to me. What makes you so worried about your short? Maybe you should zoom out.
Oh, sorry, I just was distracted here. I actually put on that short. There's nothing to be worried about that short yet, man. We had a little bit of throwback.
It looks just fine.
Yeah.
Looks just fine. What's next?
All right, Polly B, nothing to worry about there. Just lean back in your seat and let the signals do the rest of the work. Let's go ahead and get into the next request. KCS for David Rice in the live chat.
You know, we did retest just a little bit lower. We tested this area right here. But $10 was not a bad buy-in zone, was it? I think KCS looks good here to long back towards 20 bucks or so. Now that we've broken this downtrend, I'd be looking to take this. I'd be willing to take this long. It's back towards 18, 19 bucks. Yeah, back towards this long-term resistance. Boom, boom, and then if we broke above $20, oh Nelly, that will be something else. What's next?
All right, Chili and Lime in the Twitch chat asks, how do I trade futures in the USA?
Pretend you live somewhere else.
There you go. All right, let's have a look at the next request. We're only like 5 minutes to go for the D Live chest opening. MacW XRP as second if you can. I think you mean, yeah, XRP I think is what he meant to write here. I'm pretty sure this is XRP. Let's go look at XRP.
What if we're turning resistance into support already? I mean, we haven't broken the uptrend. We haven't crossed all the way below the moving average. And we may have broken over this downtrend rate. So, holding? Question mark? Yeah, I don't think I'm not really ready to long this spot, but I wouldn't short here either. I just kind of wait and see. It could go either way. It could go up. What's next?
All right. Well, that was a look at XRP from MacW. Let's go ahead and get into the next one. We got a 3-pack of requests here from David Rice. I'm not sure if we can field them all, but we can certainly try SHIB, ZIL, and FUN.
This has got to be a better chart. Yeah, I still don't see any reason why you want to be in this. I feel like I was asked about this yesterday and I said it looked like shit, and it still looks like shit. Nothing has changed in the last day. Stay the fuck out of it. Shiba, what's next?
ZIL.
Is that
I feel like I did ZIL yesterday too. Still at resistance. I'm still not super excited by it, but it's not a short. If we break above, say 12 cents, I'd be willing to take this probably all the way back up towards 16 cents. But we got to make it above this level. You see, support, support, resistance, resistance, resistance. We got to close above here. What's next?
Philly does, or sorry, not Philly. Dave Rice mentions, don't worry about fun. It was just for fun. All right. Well, if I can fit fun at the end of the show, I certainly will, Dave. But let's keep going, just because we still have a generous amount of requests to look at. Next one up is from Nick K. He writes, did you guys see the Polygon tease on their Twitter account yesterday? They're supposed to have a big announcement at the end of the week, checking the Polygon chart. All right, well, let's see if what MATIC is up to. Let's give the chart a look. Has this announcement spurred any buying?
I mean, sure, a little bit, but we broke below the uptrend here. We could still come up towards like $1.80 or so, like retest this area, which we still didn't peg. But I'm not super interested in it. We also have an exit signal right now. We don't have any kind of buy signal. I would be looking for a retest of $1 from above, honestly. What's next?
All right, nice and to the point look at MATIC. Let's go ahead and get to the next request. We have Crypto Cats on DLive writing, can we look at ACH? All right, let's do it.
Yeah, I do not want to buy a Coinbase listing pump, which is what this is. This is probably going to get faded really hard, and so I'm super not interested in it. Because as you can see, look at this Coinbase chart. Oh, that's so interesting. This is like day 2 and 3. We get pumping on Coinbase. We see Huobi. See, there's actually a lot more history going on, right? This thing is up. 8,000% this month. Now, I usually like to buy things before they pump 8,000%, but that's just me. I would suggest to you this is not a great buying place. What's next?
All right, so there's your look at ACH. You got Mask up next.
What's next?
Mask, M-A-S-K.
Never heard of him.
Going gone.
Oh, well, we're definitely way too late to this. Yeah, it's just too late. It's very nice volume. I think it'll probably reject from resistance, pull back a little bit. I'm not sure where it will pull back to. There's a few different places it may want to. It's kind of anywhere between $8 and $11. That's where I kind of look to pick it back up. Right now, I'm not going to buy the top of this. What's next?
All right, what's next is the chest opening, guys. I neglected to open it 2 minutes ago, but we are due for it. I'm going to go ahead and open the chest up in about, say 60 seconds time. I'm going to introduce the next request, and in the meantime, go load up that chest and deploy it. Look at the next request first, and I'll do that right after. Nick K requesting MATIC and ALGO. We looked at MATIC. ALGO's next. All right, let's look at ALGO.
Again, it's unclear whether we're actually bouncing from this support resistance level or not. We don't have any kind of continuation signal, so I just wouldn't do anything with it. If we did get a continuation signal, I'd be interested in it because it makes sense that we get a bounce from here. We just don't have it yet, so don't do anything. What's next?
All right, I'm clicking that distribute reward thing. Any second now, you guys look at your screen. Sorry?
Did you put lemons in it?
Of course I did, guys. I only made that mistake like once, and I never live it down.
You definitely did it at least 3 times.
Yeah, 3 times for sure.
God damn it. All right. All right, chest opening. Get ready, guys. Going to introduce the next request. It's Alice. Alice as well for Nick K. Get your lemons, boys. Get them. Go get those lemons.
This looks really beautiful. As you can see, we're probably breaking above long-term resistance today. This is it's like the final resistance level right here. If we close up here above, say if we close today above $21, I'd say it's worth long. We could get a little bit of a pullback, but that's all it would be. It would just be a pullback or a continuation, I think. This is basically price discovery, and that's almost always a good time to be buying in. What's next?
All right, brilliant and brief and to the point. Let's quickly shout out the big winners from today's lemon giveaway. David Rice, Boris Bitcoin, Any Word. Cleaning up, taking out the top 3 spots today. Jason, no luck for you, huh? All right.
Not at all.
Whoops, I just dragged this.
Try next time. It doesn't even give me any.
Well, better luck next time. Let's go ahead and get into the next. Oh god damn it! I keep dragging the wrong item across the screen. Bear with me 1 second here. All right, there we go. Thank you, OBS. Next request is up next. Here we go. We have Boris Bitcoin requesting Meta and Tezos. They both look overextended, but maybe a decent continuation setup if they pull back a bit, he writes. All right, well, Meta and Tezos.
It's not overextended. In fact, it looks fantastic.
It's real and it's fantastic.
I was thinking that after I said that too. Look at this. This perfect, like, kind of retest of this buy-in area. Push everybody out. Once we break above $1.15, we're good.
I bet it looks like
I think this is a good place to be a buyer right here.
What does the 3-day look like? I bet it's a nice inverse head and shoulders.
I think it could be. We'll take a look. It's
And
not clear.
not quite there on the shoulder, but it's going for it, seems.
I say buy it. I say this looks good. You could at least take this to like $1.50, $1.60 at least. It's like pre-programmed in. Okay. If we close today above $1.15, which it looks like we will, do the thing. Go for it. What's next?
All right,
It's
there.
Meta and what?
It was Meta and Tezos. Wait a minute. Did we look at Tezos at the beginning? We might have actually. Did we?
No, we talked about it. I don't think we looked
Oh,
at it.
yes, my mistake.
Ooh. This is what we're kind of hoping everybody is going to do. Just kind of break through resistance like that. At this point, I would keep holding until like $5.50. Then I would look to consider taking profits up here. Keep in mind, we do not have a broken uptrend yet, so do with that information what you will. What's next?
All right, so there is your look at Tezos and Meta in the bag for Boris Bitcoin. Thank you for bringing those two to our attention today. Boris Bitcoin always coming out with the good request. He's got his eye on good setups. Let's go look at any words requests sold. Sold, got pumped and dumped. What do you think? Let's see here.
Sold?
Sold,
Okay.
S-O-L-D.
That's Space Soldier? No. It's probably Space Soldier. Okay,
No,
let's look at Space Soldier.
No, it's Solamax, Solanax, Solanax, yes, some kind of Solana-based token, I think. Let me have a look here.
Well, I mean, I don't have any way to chart Solana tokens at this
Sure.
time.
This one's a little obscure. Only trades on EX markets. All right, a little obscure. Any word. I'm sorry. Might have to make more of an effort in the future to get Solana or Solana X.
CoinTrader. If it's on CoinTrader, charts stuff off from data off of coin market cap. So it does not take information directly off exchanges, and that's why sometimes you can get information off CoinTrader that you can't get off exchange. I mean, look, I just don't see anything called Salty. Do you guys see anything?
It might be. You might have to type in his full name, which is Solana X. Is that what it was called? No, Solanax. 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 Yep, there we go. There she is.
Jeez.
And
Is
she's
this
gone.
shit like 4 days old? Come on, any word.
Yeah, it's probably a new.
I don't have anything to say about
Yes,
this. What's
no
next?
comment on this one. Let's keep the ball rolling, guys. A couple minutes left in the show. Let's see if we can knock out another request or two. This one's for Mike Maker requesting a good buy zone for the following. ALGO. All right, let's look at ALGO first.
I already did it.
All right, XLM. Stellar.
XLM is basically a short. I'm not super interested in this spot.
Buy zone, maybe that box down below.
Nah. No, at this point, I would be looking for maybe a retest of the point of control or something in this area. Around 25, 30 cents or so. 25, 28 cents. That's the kind of pullback we're looking for on Bitcoin, Ethereum, along with the other alts. What's next?
All right. Well, that was your look at Stellar XLM. And up next is going to be Cardano. Same question. Buy zone for Cardano. I thought Cardano was roaring. Good luck getting a buy zone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a good buy zone. If the buy zone is either the previous all-time high, or if we fall below that, then I would just get the fuck out. So that's your only hope. Either we retest 225, or you or you didn't get in. Okay, like you got to find something else. Like I'm not a buyer up here, and I'm not a buyer below 225. So it's got to be 225 or nothing. What's next?
Yeah, I hear the prognosis on Cardano is smart contracts are coming, and there's going to be a lot of ICOs, so to speak, being launched on Cardano. As a result, might see more pressure on Cardano. People want to get in on those ICOs. They're going to snatch up as much Cardano as they can. You know how that goes. All right. How we doing on time? 3 minutes. 3 minutes. We can entertain another request or two. Let's see here. I'm going to move one or two up the... All right, let's do this one. This is a relatively new user.
Wait. Is that even true? Because I know these days, for the most part, you do USDT and some shit when you do ICOs on Ethereum. And so I don't know if it's necessarily true that people need to buy Cardano to do the ICOs on Cardano. Or I also don't know how true it is exactly how many people are doing ICOs on Cardano. My understanding is it's kind of hard to code for.
Yeah, I am not intimately familiar with it, but that has been the rumbling that the smart contract wave is upon us on the Cardano front. Guys, take this with a grain of salt.
I know they're testing it, but that doesn't mean people are gonna be doing ICOs. Have you heard about a lot about Cardano ICOs?
I heard something from a Cardano person telling me get in now. There's going to be several projects coming to launch on there very soon. So, again, take that with a grain of salt, guys. That's what I heard from a Cardano shill. I'm not personally in Cardano, and I likely probably won't be even with juicy ICO rug pulls just waiting to be deployed. Let's go ahead and get into the next request, guys. This one of the last of the day. It's for Vega. Yes, this is where Jason does the Vega thing, but
What do you think of this one, Vega?
Ethereum and Solana, he asks. All right.
Shout out to Newgrounds.
Well, I definitely did Ethereum already.
I wish more people do that reference.
Right. I'd like some poon cake.
I wouldn't do anything with it right now. I'm more interested in a pullback towards $50.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't want it in this area. It needs to have a major pullback before I'm interested in buying again. What's next?
All right. Just a minute or so left in the show. I've got a couple of requests left. I'm just going to name them off here. Alex, you tell me if any of them capture.
I'm not. It's 2:30. I wanna eat stuff.
All right. In that case, guys, it is 1:30, and we do have to make time.
Yeah, I did the chart requests early, so
yes,
that we could.
He certainly did. He wants to bail early. We do have to get to the mentorship session in half an hour, so I have to give Alex that time. Big shout outs to Profit Bear. Hit us up tomorrow. I will look at ICP and CRO for you. User in the YouTube chat, CRV. We'll look at CRV tomorrow. And finally, another user, Snooty. Yeah, Snooty's back. What up, Snooty? Hope you're having a good day. Could you take a look at Horde when you have a chance? Well, that sounds like an obscure shitcoin I've never heard of. Snooty, I'll give Horde a look tomorrow. Thank you so much for that. There goes the alert from my Google Calendar. We have the mentorship session in exactly 30 minutes. We're winding it down here. Thank you so much, everybody. Kicked it with us today. We'll be back tomorrow for the Thursday installment of Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. You know where to find us. Check out Premium, check out the Discord, and of course, we'll see our Premium members in the mentorship session in 30 minutes. Off we go. Final words.
Some alts looked good today, but remember there were a lot that didn't look good today, okay? The markets can diverge. You can make poor choices. So I would make sure that you actually get continuation signals before you buy stuff. Just because we had a couple percents up today after like a 10% down day yesterday does not mean that we're just right back on track.
Absolutely. And what I was going to add to that is just make sure you're zooming out. Don't get too stuck in lower time frames, getting bullish, trying to counter trade or catch a bottom or something like that. Because if you do zoom out, we've had a lot of green. It would make a lot of sense if we got some pullback here. So remember that we're still sideways, regardless of the little bit of up that we've had.
Well said. Well said. Guys, be cautious out there. Stay safe. Don't get wrecked. Much love. See you tomorrow. Peace out.
Goodbye.